Hi, this is Tom Mura with World Class Coaching with this week's animated drill. This week I want to focus on pressing in defense in order to create goal scoring opportunities. So what we've got here is we've got a 4 versus 2 with a goalkeeper in a far goal. So most of the time when we're playing 4 versus 2, it's the attacking team that has the ball, obviously, to begin with. Here, what we're and that team is the team of 4. Here, the attacking team, if you will, is the team of 2, and the defending team is the team of 4. So the activity starts with a pass from the coach or from another player. If you want to include another goalkeeper, perhaps in this, you could do that. Here, I'm just going to change this to black, and we'll make that a dashed line instead, since that signifies a pass. So now we've got a pass into this player. The defending 4 start behind the outside of the penalty area. And so we've got a box here that separates, kind of creates a central zone, if you will. Now you can do this relative to the age group that you're working with and relative to the size of the penalty area that they use. So the ball is passed in. This player then travels with the ball, and we want that player to travel with the ball into the area before they're, I should say outside the penalty area, but across that line before they're pressured by the defending players. Now, when that player dribbles across, what we want is we want to get 2 players on the ball, high pressing the ball with the other player covering the pass. Now, the goal of the attacking team here in yellow is to get the ball inside of this area, and they're looking to score. But first, they've got to beat these 3 players here in order to score. They can't score from this middle area. What we want them to do is come into this middle area where they get pressed, and then they try to combine, if possible. If they're able to make a pass, let's just copy this line here, and perhaps he's able to make a pass over to this player, and then if he's able to make a run in behind, let's say, and he's able to get into this space, now we're 2 versus 1 against the last player, because only 3 players start in the box. That last player is defending a small goal at the far end. So if they're able to get a give and go into this area, perhaps play a through ball in here, and then able to try to score past this player, I'll just duplicate that line instead of moving it. If they're able to score, then that's their method of scoring. That's their kind of their goal, if you will. Now, as they're doing this, obviously what we're focusing on is we're focusing on the pressing team in order to try to win the ball back before they're able to do that. If we're able to win the ball here or intercept the pass when it's made there, then the idea is for these 3 players to, as quickly as possible, counterattack and score in this goal. In order to score, we want all 3 of these players to get into the attacking half before they're allowed to score of this area, the attacking half of this area. Once they're able to do that, then they can score, and that's a point for them. And we'll just keep repeating this. So what we're training here, obviously, is we're not training the 2 attackers. We're training these 3 defensive players, plus the 4th covering player. But we're really focusing on these players getting good pressure on the ball, not allowing penetration, trying to block this player off if they can and isolate them from their teammate. And even if they're not able to isolate from the teammate, at least get a pressuring player here. So if the ball is switched to the other side, then we're able to get a pressing player there and still have that covering player, if you will, on this backside, or a balancing player, if you will. But we want 2 players pressing the ball, even if it gets switched there. So the idea is try to win the ball back as quickly as possible and score as quickly as possible. Now, this is just one step in a large number of progressions that you can use to build this up. Basically here we're talking about probably working with a front 3 if we were playing a 3-4-3 in order to press from that. Or working with a striker and 2 attacking midfielders in order to work together and press the other team coming out of the back. You can build this up in many different ways. And those ways are highlighted in a new ebook that we have called Scoring from High Pressure Defending. And you can check that out in our training center at wcctrainingcenter.com. But I wanted to share this with you today as a great way to start the process of building up a defense that's focused on high pressing in order to win the ball back. So give that a try with your teams. If that's a goal of yours, I think you'll find that it works really well.